speak to Fadel Abdul Ghany, who is the chairman and founder of the Syrian Network for Human Rights. Good to have you on the show, Fadel. The majority of the population who lives in these affected areas, they live well below the poverty line. They live in extreme poverty, which means they have no access to water, to food, to shelter. So from that perspective, how important is raising funds?
It's a key issue due to the, we have 6 million IDPs, so it's a very huge figures, actually 4 million in northwest Syria alone, and which is consists to be the most Syrian refugees also is the most refugees figures in all around the world. If we look to the 3.6 billions, it's far less than what the conference want to achieve. And if we analyze these figures, comparing with the previous year, the EU dropped in $1 billion. The second question, where is the Saudi Arabia? Britain is below $100 million, lower than the previous year. But there is also some bright example like Italy. Italy is provided 53 millions increase figure, and their speech against the regime was very much developed. By other hand, where is Russia and China? Also, this is a question for a Syrian. There is $0, except they're targeting the aid vehicles and the aid shelter 1 week ago, as we documented in our report, and also trying to block the cross-border by veto.
Fadel, tell me this. I mean, I think it's extremely inspirational to actually see examples like Italy. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to relief efforts and fundraising for Syria, the general trend is going downwards. I mean, this does not look promising. Why do you think that is?
I think that there is no justification at all. And we expected this year the fund to be increased, not to be declined, due to the increased figure of the ITPs and due to the need of COVID-19. Third, due to the continuous violation, which is still committed against the Syrian, chilling the static in the political process, and also no one from the ITP returned to his homeland at all. Martin Nu'man is almost empty, Saraqib as well. Those are the poorest part of the society, and they rely totally on the relief. So that we always requested the relief to be focused inside Syria. So there is no justification for those drop at all.
So in that respect, how important is it that the country actually makes some serious strides when it comes to finding a political solution? I mean, once the country starts to take steps in the right direction, within that framework, do you envisage that more countries will be donating money?
We don't want, first of all, we don't want this conference to be focused just on aid. And the fundamental issues like political process and also protection, civilians protection, rising sanction against the perpetrator, and also link the aid to the human rights behavior. Those are neglected issues being discussed in the conference, and those are the fundamental issues. Political process, I think if there is a willing, and I think that more countries will be engaged in funding and in increasing their fund in Syria, but due to the paralyzed in the political process, there is no motivation from countries to engage more in the Syria process.
Okay, Chairman and founder of the Syrian Network for Human Rights, Mr. Fadel Abdul Ghany, thank you very much.